The darkness of the night of ignorance had overcome the whole world, and the light of hope had gone out in people's hearts. For those who sought salvation, there was no refuge but to resort to satanic idols made of stone and wood, and a shadow of ignorance and idolatry loomed over humanity. In those days, the value of the human being was so low that the parents buried their children alive, and the woman was treated as a commodity, and the men were exploited as slaves, and in general, the human being was judged and valued based on its race and skin color. However, someone had to end the idolatry and superstition, and this dark night was not assumed to last forever. The world was waiting for a miracle and a savior whose message would show everyone the path of peace and prosperity. Finally the wait was over, and from Mecca rose a sun that shone from the east to the west. On the 17th of RasoolAllah, the best creation of God, the master of the worlds, the paragon of moral traits, the seal of prophets, was born, the one who came to complete the mission of Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. He was no one but Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of God be upon him and his family. Muhammad was orphaned before his birth. His father Abdullah had passed away shortly before his birth. His mother Amina felt lonely and sad. No one could take away this sadness until at the time of her son's birth, angels of paradise descended, helping her to give birth to her blessed son. Amina heard her son Muhammad glorifying God, saying, "Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah."
أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله.
It has been narrated that on the day of the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, each and every idol located in 4 corners of the globe fell and broke into pieces. The 14 columns of the palace of the Persian Empire collapsed, and the palace of King Chosroes opened in 2 halves. The fire of the Persian temple that had not gone out for 1,000 years went out, and a heavenly voice was heard at the time of the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of God upon him, stating, "Truth has come and falsehood has departed. Indeed, falsehood is bound to perish." During his 23 years of prophecy, he rejected the idea of favoring certain individuals or nations because of their wealth, power, or race, and always said, "All people, your God is one, and your father Adam is one. An Arab is no better than a non-Arab, and a non-Arab is no better than an Arab. No one is better than anyone because of his color, be it white, black, red, etc., except for piety." Muhammad was kind and lovely. He was generally calm and did not speak unless necessary. When he turned to someone to speak, he turned his whole body towards him and did not open his mouth completely to speak. He preferred to smile than laugh out loud. He gave great importance to cleanliness and the smell of perfume to such an extent that when he passed by somewhere, people realized his presence due to his fragrant smell. He lived a simple life and sat on the floor to eat. He was never arrogant and did not eat to get completely full, and remained hungry on many occasions. Despite this, he never led a completely ascetic life like that of the monks, but he benefited from the blessings of this world to the extent necessary. He treated Muslims and followers of other religions kindly. His behavior was so pleasant in the eyes of Muslims that they have been talking about the details of his life over generations as a way of life. Peace be upon you and your purified family, O Muhammad, O Prophet of Mercy.